Good morning. Morning for me. Depending on where you are in the world, I don't know what time. We are switching up the time of these live streams just so that we can catch the most people. So normally I go live Wednesdays at 4:30 p.m. Pacific time, but again, we're switching it up so that it's not too late or too early for you, depending on where you're at. So the topic of today is intervals for beginning singers, and if you don't mind, refresh the page because I've updated the video description to include some resources, and I just did that. So if you want to refresh the page, you should see those. And I won't say anything important for 5 seconds while you do that. Okay, so if you refresh the page, hopefully you're back. This is one of the first resources we're going to use. I just put it in the live chat. So it's a resource from Earmaster, and it is a chart, or rather a chart generator to create your own interval song chart. Don't worry if all of that is gibberish to you right now. And then the other thing I would like you to pull up is virtualpiano.net. We use this a ton just because I assume that most of you don't have a keyboard at your disposal. So if you do have a keyboard at your disposal, you can just use your keyboard. I've got mine. But there's virtualpiano.net for you. So let me I know this is a lot of ramping up, but let me go over what we'll be covering today. So first, what an interval is. We'll learn intervals up to an octave. We'll go over that song chart generator so that we can get some well-known songs for you to learn those different intervals. We'll go over what we call the major scale bungee exercise, where we start from 1 and we gradually sing wider and wider intervals until we get to 8. Then we'll do a couple drills where I'm going to play one and another pitch, and we'll see if you can find, oh, was that a fourth? Was that a fifth? Was that a sixth? And then again, in the video description, there's resources to keep practicing, and I'll go over those with you. The last 15 minutes is set aside just for Q&A, so you can ask questions as we go, but just know that the last 15 minutes is only Q&A. My lesson will be wrapped up by that time. So first up, what is an interval? An interval is the distance between any two pitches. So for example, open up Virtual Piano with me. So you should have virtualpiano.net open. Please click Key Assist. So you should see on the keyboard you have these different options: record, key assist, metronome, sound, blah, blah, blah. Click Key Assist and turn note labels on. And now you'll be able to see F3, F sharp 3, G3, G sharp 3, A3, and so on. So an interval, the distance between two pitches, we name them as such. So we're actually going to start at C, either C4 or C3, whatever is comfortable for you. From C to C sharp, we call that a half step, but we'll also call that a minor second. A minor second. So going from 1 to 2, and it's the smallest interval in Western music. So C to C sharp, minor second. C to D is a major second, or a whole step. We're going to keep going, but I just want to point out first, it's not only C to C sharp that's a minor second. If I go from D to D sharp, that's also a minor second. And notice how they sound similar. The quality of this interval is the same. So let me play C to C sharp. Da, da, that half step or minor second. And notice if I play D to D sharp. Da, da. So different pitches, but the interval is the same. So it's really important as singers that we learn these intervals. Of course, you can learn to sing without knowing these intervals, but training your ears and knowing what these intervals are will make it so much easier for you to learn melodies of songs and sing them accurately. So we've got virtual piano. Hello, my friends. Oh, okay, great. You guys are just chatting with one another. I love it. Um, so we're gonna go all the way from C to the next C, and we're gonna learn what these intervals are. So we've got virtual piano up, and I think also have interval song chart generator up at the same time. Um, I know this is a lot of windows for you to juggle, but we'll make it work. So I'm playing this in two different octaves. So I'm playing C4 and C3, just so that if you're a higher voice singer, you can sing in the fourth octave. If you're a lower voice singer, you can sing in that lower octave, and everyone should be relatively comfortable singing here. Okay, so C to C sharp. That's our half step or minor second. And take a look at Earmaster's interval song chart generator. Notice we have the interval in the left-hand column, and then we have the ascending version and the descending version. Right now, we're just going to focus on the ascending. So don't even worry about descending. We will get there, but we're doing ascending first. Okay, so minor second, C to C sharp. Again, that interval could exist at another place on the piano, but we're just being rooted in C to make our lives easy. And as we go, I would love for you to start filling out this chart. So minor second, ascending. Is there any song on here that is very, very familiar for you? For example, the Jaws theme. Da 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 da. Or Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder? Isn't she lovely? White Christmas. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. It's Been a Hard Day's Night by the Beatles. It's been. So all of these songs, basically the beginning of the song, unless it states otherwise, it contains the interval that's listed. Also, it's hot and I'm sweating, and I'm sorry about that. I might turn on my fan, or I'm just gonna just sweat. Behind the Curve is asking, do you think that using reference songs for intervals gets distracting after you get going? So Behind the Curve, these reference songs are really, really helpful in the beginning, and they're helpful when you get stuck and you're like, oh, wait, what does a minor six sound like again? But once you've learned the interval, then you'll just know the interval and you'll know, that's a minor second. So I do think you're correct. I think that the songs are good in the beginning. But at a certain point, you'll probably let those songs go, and that actually is the goal that you've internalized, and that you just know what that interval is. But there's this concept in teaching where we always want to start with what the student knows, and in this case, what you know is some of these popular, really well-known songs. So we're starting with something you know, and then we're adding something you don't, which is the name of that interval. Um, Oof, my friends, this is gonna be a sweaty live lesson. I think I'm gonna turn on my fan. Okay, I'm back. No, Lady Sleopot, no air conditioning, although this fan now will be blowing on me nicely. But I live in San Diego, and normally, like with older houses, which I am in, um, you don't need air conditioning because it's usually it's a temperate climate. But, every now and then, especially when I've got all the doors and windows closed for sound purposes. So just ignore my face. All right. So any minor second ascending song grab your ear? Any of those that you're like, oh yeah, I know that one for sure. Just click it. This chart generator will only allow you to click one. So you've got to choose. For me, I'm going to choose Jaws. That one's very, very clear in my head. Okay, going on down. So we just, oh, by the way, I would love for you to sing this as we go as well. So can you sing for me C to C sharp? Sing da da. And then sing the song that you chose. So for me, it's just the Jaws theme. It's da 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 da. But if, let's say, you chose White Christmas, you would sing I'm dream. And then we can add another component on. We can name the interval. So we can go da da minor second and then the song, or in a different order. Since I'm giving you the pitches, let's do it in that order. So da da, name the interval, and then sing your song. Okay? Moving on, major second from C to D. And now we're choosing a song, Happy Birthday, or Frere Jacques, okay? Or Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Anything that you know for sure. I'm going to do Happy Birthday. So now let's sing our major second. Again, we're going to go da da major second and then sing our song Happy Birth. Here we go. This is C to D. Da da major second Happy Birth. Okay? Minor third. Again, we're only descending right now. We will get to ascending. We're now at C to E flat. Sing that. Get your voice used to singing a minor third. And now look through these songs. Seven Nation Army, that's the song that goes da 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 da. Oh Canada. Okay. Lullaby, that's the lullaby and good night. Georgia on My Mind, Georgia. So any of these songs, whichever one you know that you know. Okay, so I'm going to do Lullaby, Brahms's Lullaby. And now let's sing it. Here we go. Da, da, minor third, lullaby. Awesome. Major third, scroll down. You're clicking as you go. C to E is a major third. Sing that with me, major third. And now we're choosing a song, Oh, when the saints, or Kumbaya, my lord. Obla di, obla da. Can't buy me love, can't buy me love. Morning has broken, morning has broken. Okay, anything. Which one? I'm gonna say, Oh, when the saints. So I'm clicking that for me. I missed major second? No, we did major second. Happy birthday. Did we sing it? I think we did. Don't worry, we'll go back. So let's do major third. Again, we're singing, then naming the interval, then singing the song. Here we go. Da, da, major third, oh, when. And I'm doing da, da instead of numbers because it's going to be confusing when we have two kinds of threes, like a minor third and a major third. Confusing. So we're just doing da, da. Up to this point, let's sing all the intervals that we've learned. So minor second, major second, minor third, and major third. Here we go. I'll play it first, and then we'll do da-da, name the interval, sing the song. Get your finger ready to scroll down the page because you will need to for this chart. Here's our minor second. Sing it. Da-da, minor second, Jaws theme. Da-da. Okay. Major second. Sorry, I flubbed a note. Sing. Da, da, major second, happy birth, or whatever your song is. Minor third. Here we go. Da, da, minor third, lullaby. And last one reviewing before we go on, major third. Da, da, major third, oh, when. All right, moving on. Yep. All right, moving on. No big questions yet. Perfect fourth from C to F is a perfect fourth. And probably the best song to use for that is going to be Here Comes the Bride. But first, sing a perfect fourth with me. Ba, ba. Many good songs to sing or choose from. We wish you a Merry Christmas or Amazing Grace. Oh, Christmas tree, someday my prince will come. I'm just going to choose Here Comes the Bride because it's so cemented in your brain from seeing movies with the Here Comes the Bride song, the wedding march. Da, 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 da. Okay, so choose your song, whatever it is, and let's sing. Da, da, perfect fourth, here comes the bride. Scrolling down, we've got a weird interval right now. This is actually tricky because I'm not terribly familiar with any of the songs on this list. So this is gonna be a little bit tricky. This interval from C to F sharp is called a tritone, and it I would say it's probably the least common interval. In fact, way back in the day, when the church was kind of putting out a lot of music, you know, the Catholic Church was sort of where music was happening and where new musical pieces were being commissioned by, you know, Mozart and Beethoven. Um, they actually avoided the tritone for quite a while because of its kind of weird, scary sound. Listen to it again. And they called it the devil's interval, which is so bizarre. But they avoided tritones, so it might not feel as natural for you to sing. It feels kind of off balance. But it is a cool interval, and we don't avoid it anymore. It's just an interval. So C to F sharp, listen to it. And The Simpsons, I think, might be the da. I'm just gonna sing da da tritone because honestly, these songs aren't super helpful for me. If you don't know the song, it's not going to be a helpful tool. So of course, we could go and listen to these songs and then say, "Oh, I guess I do know Maria from West Side Story." But to be honest, it's not in my brain cemented. So let's just sing da da tritone, and then if you want to sing a song, you can. Here we go. Da da tritone. All right, moving on. Perfect fifth. We call this perfect because whether we're in a major key or a minor key, the fifth remains the same. So if I'm in the key of C major or the key of C minor, that fifth is the same distance apart or the same interval. Same thing with the perfect fourth. So perfect fourth and perfect fifth, whether you're in a major or a minor key, you're going to have the same interval there. Perfect fifth kind of has this sort of open, hollow sound to it. And a good one would be Twinkle, Twinkle, fall or a blackbird singing in the dead of night. Any of these songs that you know like the back of your hand? I'm gonna do Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. The Star Wars theme, da 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 da, is also a great one. Um, so whatever suits your fancy. C to G. All right, let's sing. Da da, perfect fifth, twinkle twinkle. Beautiful. Ooh, minor sixth, one of my favorite intervals. um, I'm trying to actually think about which part of these songs they're referencing. So the entertainer, sorry, I should play it before I talk about it more. So this is C to A flat, da da, and the entertainer, da 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 da. I'm trying to think of where in We Are Young by Fun. I think they must be referring to Tonight We. No, that's not it. Okay, if you know exactly the line that they're referring to in We Are Young, please help us out. Requiem Lacrimosa. Lacrimosa. That's a good one. In My Life. I'm trying to think. Is it with people and friends? Da 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 da. No, I'm not sure what that one is supposed to be either for In My Life. I'm gonna choose Lacrimosa, Requiem. Um, the nice thing is they have the YouTube link for these, but it might take a little bit of hunting because again, it's not always the very beginning of the song that they're referring to. They might be, but okay. Here's C to A flat. Sing it, name the interval, sing a song if you got it. Here we are. Da da, minor six, la. All right, we'll review very, very shortly. Let's go to major sixth. Nah, nah. Let's review up to here. So perfect fourth, tritone, perfect fifth, and minor sixth. And Lady Sleopat, we are looking at, if you scroll up in the chat, we're looking at this interval song chart generator. There you go. Okay. Reviewing, start at perfect fourth with me. I'm going to play it and we'll review. Here we go. Da, da, perfect fourth. Here comes the bride. Ready for the tritone? Da, da, tritone. Notice each of these intervals as we're learning them, they're getting bigger by one half step at a time. So we're not jumping around. Tritone and perfect fifth is just a half step bigger. Minor six, just a half step bigger. So here we are at perfect fifth. And sing da da, perfect fifth, twinkle twinkle. Awesome. Minor sixth. Da da, minor sixth, la. Great. 1, 2, 3, 4 more intervals until we've got the entire ascending scale. So major six from C to A. Da da. Good one would be dashing through the snow. Jingle bells. Hush, little baby, don't say a word. uh, any of these. I'm gonna do dashing as mine. Let's sing it. Major sixth. Da, da, major sixth, dashing. Good. Minor seventh. And I've gotta choose a song for this. Okay. So pure imagination. Come with me. So you'll see pure imagination, that's the one that's most in my brain, and it's telling us first and third tones. So the line goes, "Come with me," but the minor seventh is just "come me." So it's a little bit fuzzy there, but if one of these other songs is in your brain, obviously choose that. Let's sing it. Da, da, minor seventh, come me. All right, we're almost there, my friends. Major seventh. This one is tricky to sing because these pitches are almost an octave apart, but not quite. So your brain will probably try to make you sing an octave. Da, da, but it's just under an octave. Da, da. That's our major seventh. Don't know why, Nora Jones. I waited till I wait. That's what I'm going to use, but Take on Me is also a good one. Take on me. Okay. Whatever you like. I'm going to do Don't Know Why because I love Nora Jones. Let's sing our major seventh. Here you go. Da, da, major seventh. I wait. Had to think about that one. And finally, our octave. I'm just going to click somewhere over the rainbow right away, but take a look at those other options. Our octave from C to C. And I'm sorry, I think I forgot to keep saying those pitch letter names. So just to fill you in, C to A was our major sixth. C to B flat was our minor seventh. C to B was our major seventh. And C to C is our perfect octave. So I chose Somewhere, but you can choose another song. Let's sing it. Here we go. Da, da, perfect octave, somewhere. Let's do something fun. We're going to start at an octave, and we're going to go back down the ascending scale. So we're going to start at octave, then do major seventh, major sixth, and so on. So we're going to be scrolling backwards on the page. And we'll review all the way back down to our minor second. Here we go. This is our octave. Yep, here we go. Da, da, perfect octave, somewhere. Major seventh. And test yourself. See if you can find that major seventh before I play it. Again, it's getting smaller by a half step at a time. So we just sang da, da. Our next one, da, da, right underneath it. C to B, major seventh. Here we go. Da, da, major seventh. I waited till. Minor seventh, C to B flat. See if you can find it. Da, minor seventh, come with me. Barely singing the with because it's not part of it. Major 6, C to A. You just sang a minor 7th. See if you can find the next one. Here we go. Da, da, major 6, dashing. Minor 6th. See if you can find it without me. There was your major 6th. There's our minor 6. Here we go. Da, da, minor 6th, la. See if you can find perfect fifth this time, not by walking from the minor 6th. See if you can find perfect fifth by thinking of that song example. Is it the Star Wars theme? Twinkle, twinkle. Twinkle, twinkle. Yeah. So that's where these songs come in handy if you're like, what does that sound like again? Before you've learned what that interval sounds like and you can sing it, these songs are a great little touchstone. So perfect fifth, C to G. Let's sing it. Da, da, perfect fifth, twinkle, twinkle. Tritone, remember the weird one? There it is. Da, da, tritone. And for this one, for the perfect fourth, take a look at your song. See if you can find a perfect fourth, an ascending perfect fourth, just from the song. Is it amaze or is it we wish you? For me, I had Here Comes the Bride. Here comes the bride. And here it is, C to F. Sing it with me. Da, da, perfect fourth. Here comes the bride. Great. Major third. See if you can find it with the song. So I'm giving you your 1 and you're looking for your major third. Sing it with me. Da, da, major third. Oh, when. Minor third. See if you can find it with that lullaby. Here it is. Sing it with me. Da, da, lullaby. Oh, sorry. I switched the order. Da, da, minor third, lullaby. We're almost there, my friends. Major second. See if you can find it. Sing happy birthday starting on this note. Can you do it? Happy birthday. Yeah. Here it is. Da, da, major second, happy birth. Last one, although I'm adding a bonus one after this. Minor second, think Jaws theme in your head starting on this note. Can you get it? Da, da. Let's sing. Da, da, minor second, da, da. Okay. Scale of 1 to 10. Let me know how you felt that went. Nostrana saying, I'm having some difficulties working with the website you just put. Okay. So there are other song chart generators, I believe, but as long as you can just look at what they've got there, you could create it on your own. So you don't need to use the site to create the chart. It's handy. So actually, if the site is working for you, you would scroll all the way down to the bottom, and let's pretend we also did the descending ones. And then that orange button that says create song list, you would click that, and then it opens up a page that you can then print, and it just has the interval and the song you chose. So for me, I see minor second, Jaws theme, major second, Happy Birthday, minor third, Lullaby Brahms, major third, Oh and the Saints, and so on. And then I could click the orange print this page button. But if you are having trouble with the website, you could just write those songs down. Okay. Alan says 7.5. Eris27 says 4 out of 10. Okay. Yeah, this is tricky. Okay, Nastran, glad that you got it working for you. So, guys, I'm not going to do the descending with you today in depth. I'm just going to go really, really fast. So you can choose the songs on your own. We're going to start at high C now. And we're going to go down. I'm just going to sing the pitches and the interval. So this is now descending. Da, da, minor second. You can see the first example on there is Fürlies da, 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 by Beethoven. So very, very quickly, lightning round, descending. And the intervals should sound similar, right? It's still a minor second, so the distance between those pitches is the same. We're just now starting at the higher pitch and going down. So instead of going da-da, we're going da-da, and we're making our way down from C5 or C4 down to C4 or C3. So starting up here, I'm going to play it. This is a minor second. Sing it with me. Da-da, say minor second, major second. This is C to B flat. Da-da, major second. And remember your ascending song, Happy Birthday. That's actually, that example has ascending and descending. Minor third, this is C to A. Sing it. Da-da, minor third. Hey Jude would be a great one. So if you want to quickly click, you can. Major third, this is C to A flat. Sing it. Da-da, major third. Same distance between oh, when, da-da. Perfect fourth, this is C to G. Sing it. Da-da. Perfect fourth. Under Pressure by Queen. Dun, 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 dun. And notice, this is where people might get a little bit confused. C to G. If my C is on the bottom and I'm going up to a G, that's a perfect fifth. But if I'm going down to the G, it's a perfect fourth. So it depends which way you're going, ascending versus descending. Okay, perfect fourth we just did. Oh, sorry. Time for tritone. It's going to be just as weird on the way going down. Sing it with me. Da, da, tritone. Perfect fifth is C to F. Descending. Sing it. Da, da, perfect fifth. Flintstones is a good one for that. C to E flat. Nope, sorry. C to E is our minor sixth. Ooh, Call Me Maybe by Carly Jepsen. Hey, I just met you. That's a good one. Here you go. Da, da, minor sixth. Major sixth, C to E flat. Da, da, major sixth. Down by the Riverside, gonna lay down. Or A Music of the Night, Phantom of the Opera, nighttime. All really, really good ones. Solid. Nobody knows the trouble I've seen. I'm looking at the man. Yeah. So many good choices for that. By the way, if you don't find a song example that works from you, go to Google, and you can create your own. Really, the point is we're using songs that you know that you know. If you have to learn a song in order to learn the interval, that doesn't really work so well. Minor seventh, this, right? Yeah, minor seventh, C to D. Sing it. Da, da, minor seventh. Good job. Major seventh. Remember, it's really, really far apart. C to D flat. Da, da. My voice did not want to do that, so I need to listen to that again. And now sing. Da, da. Better. Major seventh. And last one, octave. Sing. Da, da. Sorry. Perfect octave. Whew. Okay. Lightning speed. So I realized about halfway through this. Oh, Laura is saying, can you please do an octave lower just to hear? Yes. So I'm playing both octaves right now. Each of these intervals I've always been playing in 2 octaves. If you wanted an octave even lower, but I don't think most people can sing that low. That's why I left that out. Okay, before we get to Q&A, I want to let you know I've got to do a part 2 for this lesson, because what I would love to do is the bungee exercise and drills and all that good stuff. But I realized as we were going, gosh, this takes more time than I really anticipated, but that's okay. And it actually would be pretty cool if you guys had a chance to work with this stuff for a little bit and then do a part 2. So it was all maybe brand new information for you today. So the resources in the video description, Teoria, Tone Savvy, and musictheory.net all have resources for you to basically you can narrow down. I want to just work on major third and perfect fifth and perfect octave. So you don't have to learn everything all at once. You can just hone in and really get solid with a couple intervals at a time. So Teoria, Tone Savvy, musictheory.net, all of those are free websites to use. Musictheory.net does have an app. I think it's called Tenuto. So if you wanted that in app form, you totally could get it. It's very inexpensive to get, but you don't have to. And then I also put this Musical You guide to interval training, and they talk about different ways to work on this. But my thought is, if you choose one of those, or even just bounce around to those different websites and start getting more solid with a couple intervals at least, then we can reconvene and do even more fun stuff. Just Diamond, how do you do this if you are a tenor? So Just Diamond, you would be singing along with that lower octave I was playing. So anytime I said start on C5 or C4, I'm singing C5, you'd be singing C4. So if I just played your part for that descending octave, for example, and it was there all along, it was just that lower pitch that I can't sing. Grand Solar Minimum, yes, it's Q&A time in 30 seconds. Grand Solar Minimum asked, what's an octave lower from middle C sound like? That is C3, and it sounds like this. So middle C, it's about, halfway in the keyboard, and we call that a C4. C4 we call middle C. C3 is just below that. Okay, I'm ready for questions. Ready, Freddy. I'm gonna scroll back, see if there were any questions from the beginning that I might have missed. Marcos had asked at the very beginning, how do I get comfortable with head voice? That's a good question. So I will answer that. Um, so getting more comfortable with head voice, a couple things. First, finding what vowels or exercises or configurations work for you right off the bat. So, for example, singing an open ah in head voice might not be easy for you. Singing an oo or an ooh, might be easier for you than going ah. Um, so number one, figure out, is there a vowel that works best for you? And in my experience, oo and are going to be uh, the easiest. They're kind of head voice friendly vowels. Second, just spending time there and spending time there daily, not just every now and then when you want to sing a song with head voice, but every single day, getting up into ooh, using your head voice. Another thing that you can do is add some closure. So singing on a or a that's also going to be easier than singing an open vowel. Um, Pink Pearl, how can I use pitch matching in singing songs? So, in order to sing any song, we the way that we learn how to sing a song is by matching pitch with the original singer. So yeah, I would say if you're singing songs at all, you are matching pitch. Um, I think, it's difficult without a solid background in music theory or sight reading. It's kind of difficult to um, apply, like, what specific pitches are you singing and the intervals therein. But if you do practice with sheet music, that could be a way that you start to make these connections. But also, once you're just kind of getting used to singing these intervals, you might start to recognize them in the songs that you sing, and that would be really cool. Layla, how can I become? How can I? So Layla's asking about stage fright and social anxiety. Layla, I've got a few resources for you. One is called the Inner Singer podcast, and this teacher focuses more on mindset than technique. He does talk about technique, but he focuses really heavily on mindset, and I think a lot of his tips would be really really helpful for you with dealing with nerves. I also wrote an article a while ago. Let me find it for you. Uh, there we go. Okay. So this article I wrote on building confidence as a singer, and I'd love for you to check that out as well. Um, Alan was asking, what are your teaching hours and hourly costs? So, Alan, I can give you the link for that. Currently I teach Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and Wednesday and Friday are uh, set aside for recording days. If you are a 30-day singer student, you can see my availability and all of that there. If you are not a 30-day singer student, I'll just send you my website. There you go. Right. Can creating a mechanical vibrato help with discovering a natural vibrato? Maybe. I've never done the thing where you shake your jaw or you pulse your belly to create a vibrato sound. in my experience, that's not super helpful in discovering your natural vibrato. So going like this, or pulsing your belly, I'm not a fan of that personally. Other teachers might use it, but in my experience, a better way to get to your natural vibrato is by using kind of silly sounds. So, like a ghost wail, like a whoo, that's a very affected vibrato like sound, but it's much, much closer to a true vibrato. So, I'm going to I'm going to send you a lesson. It's a 10-minute lesson and it's how to troubleshoot vibrato issues. So please check that out. Um, um, Just Diamond, how do you find the right exercises for tenor voices? I would look specifically for example, tenor warm up. So again, if you're a 30-day singer student, you'll see warm-ups in the tenor range. Here is a warm-up for tenors on YouTube if you're not a 30-day singer student. Galaxy Girl, what happens if we don't practice for a while? Does it affect your range? It certainly can. Think about it in this in the same way that if you were stretching every single day, if you were working on going into the splits and then you just stopped stretching for a month, if you started stretching again, you're going to be less flexible than you were when you were stretching every single day, but you can get back to that level of flexibility. So, is it like starting from ground zero? No. But if you're not spending time stretching your vocal folds, singing really high or singing low or whatever coordinations you're working on, then yeah, you might experience a dip in ability if you stop practicing for a while, but you can get back into it. Eris, soprano's a term for women. What's the term for men? I'm a boy that does whistle notes. I'm more comfortable in a higher register than chest voice. I would like to know the term that characterizes me. That's a great question. So Eris, we do talk about male sopranos. Another term for that would be countertenor. So a tenor is the highest voice, and then a countertenor is even higher. So if you look up countertenors on YouTube, and you feel like, "Oh, wow, that's very similar to my voice type. That's what I sound like and where I feel comfortable singing," then you might call yourself a countertenor. Um, Behind the Curve was saying, "Ever think about having a Discord?" That is something that has come up. It just hasn't materialized, but it was, an idea that was kicked around with the team for a little bit. Um, and Layla, yeah, so the thing is, the only place right now where I can offer singing feedback is for full access members, at least for 30-day singer students. Full access members, we're doing uh, basically close to weekly live feedback sessions. So we'll do a Zoom webinar, and whoever shows up gets a chance to sing and get some feedback. Otherwise, private lessons are the way. um, J, is the best way to breathe to inhale from your nose down to the belly and exhale through the mouth. So, Jay, I'm a fan of breathing through the mouth because your mouth is open to sing. So, for me, oh, and Layla, do we need to pay for the Zoom? Not if you're a full access member. So, full access members, that's included. But yeah, yeah, that's all I can offer at the moment. Um, Jay, inhaling from your nose is fine. Again, I'm a fan of breathing through your mouth because your mouth has to be open to sing. So, ah, you know, if I have to go ah, if I have to close my mouth to breathe through my nose every time I sing, you could sort of breathe through your nose without closing your mouth, but it's very difficult to do. It doesn't come naturally to me. So, anyways, That's my 2 cents on that. Um, but, uh, it's up to you. Um, what does it sound like if you're straining too high or too low? Um, so I would say if you're straining, there's going to be like a pressed quality to the sound or a very squeezed quality. If we're singing too high. So if I'm going and I can see physically that I'm squeezing and straining, then the sound is also going to sound, like I said, pressed or squeezed, tight. You know, um, the tone might get a little weird. Singing too low, I would say the sound can tend to get kind of gravelly or woofy. So if I'm going, you know, not great. Um, but yeah, I would say the sound matters, but also your feeling matters and what you're visually seeing matters. So if you're seeing muscles, squeezing and straining, that's a sign you might be straining. If you're feeling bad, if you're feeling like tight or locked up or pain in any way, that's the most important sign to pay attention to. Um, Eris is asking about range extension. So, Eris, I can't tell you. I really can't tell you. Is it is it possible for you to reach a specific pitch? I don't know. It's possible. The only thing that you're in control of is exercising your voice and gradually over time seeing if you can stretch a little bit higher. Um, that's that's it. That's it. Um, all we can do is try, whether or not we get there. um, Jay is Jay is a member of 30 Day Singer. So if you're a full access member, Jay, you get an email about that. Um, and if you think that you're not getting those emails, you can email support@30daysinger.com. Okay. Um, Galaxy Girl, learning guitar, it's really painful to press on the strings. Yeah. Do you practice every day just to maintain the calluses? Galaxy Girl, yes. So that's probably the most difficult thing about learning guitar or any other stringed instrument, but especially guitar, is it's very painful. You can't practice for that long, you know? So I would say as close to daily practice as you can get is good, and you will build up those calluses. But if it's extremely painful, like I'm not a guitar teacher, so I can't speak to this that much. I just am speaking from my own experience of learning ukulele and learning a little bit of guitar in college. Um, those calluses do come with time, but it is painful and it sucks. It's a kind of a big learning hurdle to get over. Um, Unfortunately. All right, my friends. Well, we're about to wrap up. I'm seeing if I've got any burning questions that I missed. Okay. Um Eris is asking, I'm practicing every day. Will I be able to perform live in like a year and sound pleasant? I have trouble staying on pitch and tone a little bit. Eris, I think within a year you should be able to perform. Again, I can't say. I haven't heard you. I don't know where we're starting from, but I would say if you're um I think my biggest piece of advice to you is to choose songs that are easy for you to work on to perform live. You can choose difficult songs or songs that are a step outside of your range or comfort level, just to work on. But if you're going for a live performance, easy songs. And you'll get to performance ready a lot faster with songs that feel easy for you. Is there a website we can go to sing into and it tells you if you're on key? Laura, I wish that there was. You can use a chromatic tuner that's going to tell you which pitch you're singing. The uh, other thing that you can do is use an app like Sing Sharp is one that I think is iPhone and Android. Sing Sharp has exercises within there, and I think it has some songs as well that have the melody kind of mapped out, and it'll show you how close you are in relation to that. But I think I don't know how well it works for the songs, but at the very least, you could do the exercises. So look up Sing Sharp and then see some of the free warm-ups that they have on there. All right, my friends, time to go. Thanks for putting up with my sweaty face today. And I look forward to part 2 of this. See the video description for those resources to keep learning and practicing on your own. And then we will see and experience some nice progress together. It won't be for another couple of weeks because we've got other lessons planned, but a lot of them are related to ear training, so chords, harmony practice, good stuff like that. So, have a good day.